5,000 sailors, one floating city, zero privacy. You sleep in a coffin-sized rack with 99 other people inches away. Your shower is 2 minutes maximum. A 50,000-pound jet slams onto the deck above your head every 45 seconds while you are trying to sleep. This is the daily reality most Americans never see. Slide into the berthing compartment, and the first thing that hits is the density, triple stacked racks, each a narrow metal box measuring exactly 72 inches long and 26 inches wide, with just 20 inches of clearance from mattress to the steel above. There is no way to sit up. You crawl in, pull the thin curtain closed, and lie flat, surrounded by 99 other sailors packed into a space barely bigger than a school classroom. Every movement echoes, boots clanging on steel, the low hum of ventilation, locker doors slamming, and always the relentless thunder from above. Every 45 seconds, a 50,000-pound jet slams onto the flight deck overhead. The entire compartment shudders. The sound is not just loud, it is physical, shaking the racks and rattling the metal walls. Sleep comes in fragments, if at all. Earplugs help, but nothing blocks out the vibration or the knowledge that the next landing is seconds away. Someone is always climbing in or out of a rack, starting or ending a shift. The compartment lights never truly off. There is no privacy. The only separation from your neighbors is a thin curtain, more a signal than a barrier. Sailors learn the unwritten rule: never disturb a closed curtain. Inside, a few photos or a letter from home get taped to the wall, a tiny anchor in the chaos. Personal storage is whatever fits in the shallow bin under your mattress or a small locker, barely enough for uniforms, a toothbrush, and maybe a paperback. For 9 months, this is all you have. Sleep schedules are dictated by the ship's needs, not your body clock. 6 hours on watch, a few hours off, then back again. Day and night blur together. Below deck, it is easy to go weeks without seeing the sun, living under harsh fluorescent lights that never change. Chronic sleep deprivation becomes normal. As one junior sailor put it, you cannot even sit up, then the whole bunk shakes when a jet hits. The fatigue is constant and it follows you everywhere on the ship, making even simple routines like getting clean feel like a race you are always losing. Fresh water on an aircraft carrier is a manufactured luxury. Every drop starts as seawater pushed through massive desalination plants deep in the hull. With 5,000 people on board, the supply never keeps up with demand. Hygiene becomes a drill, not a comfort. The Navy shower isn't a suggestion, it's a law. Step into the head, flip the valve, 15 seconds to get wet, water off, soap up, scrub fast, count in your head, water back on, 30 seconds to rinse. Miss the timing, and 30 guys are pounding the bulkhead behind you. 3 or 4 stalls serve up to 100 sailors. The queue snakes down the passageway, everyone watching the clock. Showers are taken in rubber sandals, shower shoes, because athlete's foot spreads fast in the warm, damp stalls. The air smells faintly of mildew and disinfectant tinged with the sweat of the last shift. If you work in the engine room, deep in the hull, you're last in line. By the time you reach the showers, the hot water is gone. Some skip hygiene altogether, trading comfort for a few extra minutes of sleep. The pace is relentless. Water off, soap, water on, out. The routine is drilled into muscle memory, enforced by the pressure of bodies waiting their turn. There is no room for daydreaming. Privacy is a fantasy. Stalls are separated by thin partitions, and the sound of conversation, laughter, and frustration leaks through every gap. On the newest Ford-class carriers, the heads are gender neutral. Urinals are gone, replaced by vacuum-powered toilets modeled after airplane lavatories. But these systems clog, sometimes shutting down entire rows of stalls. When that happens, lines double, tempers flare, and the whole compartment smells of chemical cleaner and frustration. For 9 months, this is the ritual. Hygiene is just another operation, timed, rationed, and always under pressure. Every meal on an aircraft carrier is a feat of logistics. The galley wakes before the ship, cooks rolling out of their racks at 3 in the morning, shuffling into sweltering kitchens where the temperature climbs past 120 degrees by sunrise. They work in shifts that stretch to 18 hours, moving with practice speed through a space-packed wall-to-wall with stainless steel ovens, industrial mixers, and boiling vats. Each day, the numbers are staggering: 1,600 pounds of chicken, 160 gallons of milk, 350 pounds of lettuce. By the end of a 9-month deployment, the fresh greens are long gone, replaced by canned vegetables and powdered eggs. The cost runs between $45,000 and $65,000 every single day, nearly $2 million a month, just to keep 5,000 people fed. The galley never stops. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight rations keep the line moving around the clock for sailors coming off night shifts. Miss your meal window because of a drill or emergency, and you might not eat for another 8 hours. Some stash granola bars or instant noodles in their tiny lockers, risking a scolding and a visit from pest control. The pace is relentless. One line cook summed it up: by sunrise, we have already flipped 800 omelets in 120-degree heat. The menu tells its own story. Early in deployment, there is fresh fruit and salad. Weeks pass, and the options shrink. Canned beans, reconstituted potatoes, the same entrees on repeat. Morale hinges on small comforts. On the USS Carl Vinson, a licensed Starbucks operates deep in the hull. After weeks of Navy coffee, a real latte is more than a drink. It is a taste of normal life, a reminder that the world outside still exists. In this floating city, food is survival, but it is also hope. Buried within the carrier's endless corridors is a network of services that keep 5,000 people functioning in a world without escape. There's a barbershop tucked beside the laundry where haircuts are mandatory and the clippers never stop buzzing. Down another narrow passage, a dentist drills through cavities while the hull vibrates. The medical bay treats everything from sprained ankles to stress fractures. The post office, no bigger than a walk-in closet, is lifeline and sanctuary. Here, a mail clerk sorts stacks of letters and care packages, each one a reminder that life continues somewhere else. Packages arrive weeks late, sometimes waterlogged, but a letter from home is as precious as sleep. At precisely 7:35 each morning, the ship pauses for cleaning. For 1 hour, every sailor joins the ritual, wiping down bulkheads, scrubbing decks, disinfecting handrails. It is called Executive Officer's Happy Hour, but there is nothing leisurely about it. Every surface is cleaned, every trash bin emptied, because in these close quarters, disease spreads fast and discipline is survival. The routine is as much about order as hygiene, a daily reset in a place where chaos is always waiting. Living in such density means adopting unwritten rules. Step quietly past a closed curtain, never touch another sailor's mail or locker. In the galley, do not linger. In the passageways, stand back to the bulkhead and let officers pass. These codes are not written down, but everyone knows them. Breaking the social contract invites conflict that cannot be escaped. Months pass, and milestones slip by unmarked. Birthdays, anniversaries. Sometimes a sailor misses the birth of a child, learning the news through a delayed message or a photo in the mailroom. One sailor confided, "You tell yourself you are strong enough, but missing your kid's first steps. Nothing prepares you for that." The ship runs on machinery and protocol, but it is held together by fragile morale, tested every day by distance and time. Right now, thousands of sailors sleep inches apart, never seeing daylight. Their world is a maze of metal, noise, and relentless routine. In this windowless city, every square inch is claimed and every human need is rationed. The cost of power is not just measured in dollars, but in the daily grind of survival. What would you sacrifice?